Intro. The famous Domino's Pizza quote, which, well, makes a lot of sense just because, just like me, like many people being disappointed of the main title not being the main title's face, I presume, can be tackled on like different ways, but it's gonna be like regardless, which I agree as well. You can call it however you want. It is a bit disappointing that
a bit disappointing.
the main guy
indeed.
on the front
Indeed,
page.
fuckface. Like
First look of gameplay.
there's a
God
bit
of War
disappointed
Laufey,
that
coming soon to
your
PS5.
pizza that you've
Yeah.
waited for 10 hours arrived, and what's that? Pepperoni pizza,
Feel
and
sorry
you
about
ask me
this.
why there's pineapple on top of it. I'm sorry.
Master woman, I'm hungry.
Yeah, so I guess he's like very upset for like, since you want to have the main spotlight, okay, I'm gonna put you on this. This is just so well done. It's good, but I just closed it. But breaking new gameplay mechanics. I just closed it. Like imagine her like cannot wait to be on the other end of like that. I'm free from this motherfucker now, and he's
Oh my days.
I'm gonna do whatever the fuck. No. Then you wanna ask for a God of War where you play as Kratos' wife. Like, is this reaching an audience I'm unfamiliar with? Yes. She, on the other hand, doesn't have as much like context or like credibility for us to like move forward to. But what I do think, like at least audience-wise, is just because of the fact that we have been with the main man like for so many years. Still, he reached this gap in age, like from because he was young at the beginning as well. Like say, example, like 20, and now he's like in his 40s. My belief is like first, like besides why they chose to like go with the mother and not with the kid, because like Atreus has been like more like lectured for the past two games. It's just because that's probably their intended audience, like the people that has been with the story for so many years. And although we may not agree with this kind of entry, at least like this, maybe myself included as well, I'm kind of like sold for it anyway. Like so far what they have showcased, I'm kind of like sold, I'm not gonna lie. I think they did decided to go with this, but the problem is oh my god, like yes mate, okay, why did they want to blah blah blah. Can you like imagine like a really hot chiquita that has like no trouble whatsoever with the plot and the story? Like, okay, it's the fucking Bayonetta girl, and now guys, I'll be serving you whatever I want because I make the pizzas now. And yes, and at the same time, yeah, I still have like no problem whatsoever, middle age or whatnot. It's just they're gonna fucking lose money. It's gonna be a factor in the like income department, with that risk taken. So I don't think they're gonna be going like anywhere from like the 2018 like 23 million copies or like 15, but I think they're gonna be definitely going for at least 6 million copies and whatnot. That's probably at least what I expect, like the factor, the risk that they are taking or whatnot. Who knows? Response to pizza company, we've already seen like pepperoni with no pepperoni. It's still a pizza. We're gonna keep this because this is absolute bullshit. We're gonna keep this a bit for later on. Absolute bullshit this is. We've already seen this one. Actually have to make like an illegal editors to write fantasy. Well, I don't know what to say about that. I'm not bothered at all by this. It's like we're already like playing the fantasy, and like I'm sorry, but so we're not talking about a game that's like crap. We're seeing
We're
it
already
kinda,
playing the
it
fantasy and
does
trying to
deliver
like
any
sell
point,
this.
but story, because obviously we're gonna see like why. So like we've played so
We're
many
gonna
games
see
in
how many
which,
gamers
our
are gonna log
sort
in.
of say companions were like different shape sizes, personalities, persons, humans and whatnot. So I don't
Yes,
think like
yes.
the cube is gonna bother me at all.
Different
And
pizzas.
it really like didn't even during the gameplay and whatnot. So even though
Yes,
they say
yes.
it's like kind of like cartoonish and not, I don't know.
They say it's a 10-minute delivery.
I'm not bothered by it at all. So I guess it's just you
I
know,
guess it's just pepperoni.
X and Y. Like some people will like the X, some people will like the Y. It's just a matter of preference. That
Yeah,
was the
why
correct
no
wording.
pineapple on top of pepperoni?
A risk. It's a risk to leave a beloved protagonist behind, but God of War Laufey's perspective switch to the gameplay switch and the gameplay changes it brings it's the bold move that more PlayStation Studios games need to make. I don't think it's something like so it is a bold move, and the gameplay is top notch and all, but
Yes. But
and I do agree on like the bold moves taken from like other studios, whether like PlayStation or whatnot, but I don't think it's something that they absolutely need to make. This is like I think in this case at least, if it's gonna work and whatnot, and it's already in like such a double-edged like point at this stage, and the reason why it's like not fallen deep down in the rabbit hole, it's because the franchise is like the name it's like so big that they are still like holding back and they're waiting to see what this title is gonna deliver. So while I'm like agreeing with bold moves taken, you know, in matters of like design, gameplay and whatnot, I don't think it's something like you know, picture trying to all of a sudden I'm not gonna say The Last of Us 3, but picture all of a sudden like from The Last of Us 1, you're expecting to like continue the story with Joel and Ellie and whatnot, and all of a sudden in the second part, what was her name? So like War Games designers, I read some of the comments and I redid the design. Here's another model I edited. Looks more like the actress, more realistic looking, more textures on her skin. I even toned down her makeup. Still looks like a beautiful character, and the actress, in my opinion. He says, he or she, I don't know what's that supposed to say. Why is she ugly in the game? So those two kind of like tie up. So I don't think like, you know, I will be like honest. I like both pictures, like they're both looking good. The problem is, you say she's looking uglier in the game, and you say here's another model, more realistic looking, more texture on her skin, toned down her makeup.
I guess she's just looking
we're
like
playing a game in like the realm of gods.
Not everybody had.
We're seeing like the era
Not
that
everyone
we're
had
into.
MILFs
Like
in their lives.
we don't have time to be like you know, make up and look in the mirror, make the hair, maybe like change the color, impress like a beautiful dress and whatnot. Like in this time and age, like the most beauty you would come to it, it's like you put some water on the hands, you like do the Swift move, Schwarzkopf move, call it however you want, for like the hair, and that's that. So
there is a woman in my game.
it's supposed to be obviously prepared for like warlike or whatever, not even warlike, like I'm tempted to say like diva, but I don't know, like, you know, this time and era. So I think it's more unrealistic to say I should be looking like this when, like, what she's gonna be using flower powder or something like that.
Powder. She's gonna pull my hair and rub me in the flower powder.
Expose herself better for Kratos. And the thing is, like, where's the? I had the trailer over here. The thing is, like, in many cases when you say like it looks uglier, it's like if we're gonna look like here. Everything is like nice and shine, and like for say you can just have like this shot here, it looks absolutely fantastic, but like the moment you start like say moving, I don't know,
the moment you start like moving, you realize
I'm trying to
hold
like,
on
find
a
the
moment.
perfect.
This is not my bald head middle-aged man What's going on here?
There's plenty of cases, examples
feel
when due
something.
to the pursuit of like achieving this extreme realistic spot with the engines and graphics and whatnot, especially in the like hair mechanics and whatnot, the character themselves, the model tends to be like botched off a bit more, and it like, as you say, ends up looking uglier. I believe like you could simply just stay and be like trying to achieve a more normal outcome, especially for the era, or
Damn, this
even
nut
heck
is
try
trying
to like
talk a
achieve
lot.
this end, but without trying to
end,
like
yes.
introduce so many mechanics, because so many mechanics at the end they're gonna like start
Mechanics.
clunking against each other,
Clunking.
and hence you're gonna end up with
Hands.
some really weird images.
Really
Trying to
weird
see first
mechanics.
if I can say,
Hands
for
clunking.
example,
Yeah, very. You're gonna
There's
end
a
up with
moment
some
which
very weird
digress, or,
walk game.
could be what is it? I think it's over here.
See, this guy now has a flower powder on his head.
Like, you know, like when the whole head is just like this, like that kind of like a stance, because they're trying to like achieve that fluidity and like movement and whatnot.
Yes.
You see, but that is a nice shot of
It's all about the stance.
Well, you've got the idea.
If she would have gotten the stance right, the appealing would have been far
Don't
more
take me for
fortunate.
granted, you know. Oh my god, these guys, man. Another like
Breathing here in the
what
mic.
is it? I think it's actually when he punches her. Let's see.
Yeah, but that's a good example.
Oh my god, just look at this.
Good
I'm
job.
sorry, but I'm absolutely sold for this. Just for this shot. It does look fucking awesome.
So hard. Walk. Wake up.
Fucking bullshit, walk me. No, okay, too much.
Too much.
And besides, let's not forget
much pizza.
ourselves as well, that you say uglier and whatnot, but let's not forget that those pictures, I'm not saying that she's ugly, but those pictures are also like worked out. They're not like raw uploaded at all. So that's that. Long story short,
Raw
at least for this topic of like beauty and art, I am hooked even when the lead is not extremely sexualized or that young. Yes, because I believe she's like attractive enough and imposes enough dominance and presence. Fuck it, like the way she fights, sometimes I wonder if Kratos was the man in the relationship, yeah? But jokes aside, I believe that the appeal for the audience in this case will be based more on the trait rather than the look. Again, not that the look is bad. I
But
believe
there is
it
not
isn't.
enough sex
She
appeal
looks
for
Great
my,
in both
for my
cases.
middle-aged.
But let's not forget that here, in theory, should be no makeup, whatever for the era. Supposedly, the same thing should be here as well. Anyway, next things. Next, what was it? Displaying. Yeah, mate. Can you believe like nowadays, like the moment you like tackle displaying it as a female protagonist affect your interest in game? Fuck no, like when did it ever game additionally? Does he have like a final? You literally have a picture what's happening and you still think Western devs aren't woke. If you are that blind, compare the sales, you can tell the sales are far worse than its predecessors. Okay, so in all of those cases, story made sense, so there shouldn't be any issue whatsoever. Maybe over here, right? Say, but even because the only context she had, like in even indirectly, was the first game. Like, okay, this is the main reason we need to like go and bury her, like burn her, whatever, on the mountain. That's her purpose, and we're like telling you, Atreus, about your mother across the journey, whatnot. I haven't finished like Witcher 3. I played a lot of Witcher 2, but of course I like forgot. So it wasn't even Ciri in Witcher 2. It was the redhead chick, but I think it was Tracy or something like that. I forgot the name. But like, of course, again, I'm quite sure the story made sense, and so the bridge is there, so it makes at the certain point after the story has completed its purpose, it makes perfect sense to change what needs to be changed. In this case, if it is the protagonist, so be it, equals not fucking woke. Same, well, for Ellie, you weren't gonna play like with a dead body. The problem here was with how he was dealt with and how the backlash of the, well, of us fans like managed to do so here as well, and so on and so forth. So gaming is going woke, only in like specific cases, like what was the name, that game, I forgot that game, like Dragon Age, I think it was, yeah, like specific terms, like, but definitely not changing the protagonist to a female and whatnot. It matters how it's like handled, but not if it's changed or whatnot, unless of course like the story makes jack bullshit sense. But that's that.
Did you say story or study?
Breaking one of the
New
study.
companion mechanics. Oh my goodness, this is fucking.
Yes, mate, I'm telling you,
She's having all the reason to go into a different like fucking realm and break all those. Can you imagine? She doesn't have to do this shit ever, or at least for a while, because the man is coming.
fucking idiots, man.
It's a middle
Breaking one of the new companion.
man.
Wait, but
Will
what's
come.
funny? It's funny, okay? Like agreeing or not. I'm like, so what's funny? Initially, I think the post was deleted from what is it? It was having I was just from, no, not the clown, whatever. So there was like this post which was saying like, are we afraid of like playing as a woman nowadays in the games? To which, or something of sorts, like the reply is like, intentional misunderstanding. No one is afraid to play as a girl. You know this. Why would you even say that? And that's absolutely true. And then this
We all had to go
beautiful
to the
piece
struggle of playing
art
as Abby, didn't
stating,
we?
Blue is an awesome game. I wish they made a movie out of it. Blue movie is coming out soon. Big Screen Picture presents Blue. So yeah, it's like the best perfect example. What is this? Hi Lila bro, her name is literally in the title. The series is called God of War, not Kratos, who is ironically not the Greek God of War. And yes, he becomes the God of War in the games, just as Laufey can. Be real, it's just because it's a woman main character. What the too many fake jobs were invented to create artificial parity between men and women in the workforce. AI fixes this problem. Hopefully after this is over, women can go back to doing what they do best, being a mother or being a prostitute. Fucking hell.
Yeah, man. Just like we've established that blue all of a sudden is red. Like, why would I want to go and watch a Jurassic World Jurassic? Why would I want to go and watch my dinosaur movie with scary dinosaurs without any scary dinosaurs and well, just some dinosaurs like just gonna poke me for some nostalgia and what's that? It's like a brand that it's been created for so many years, known specifically for dinosaurs, and now we're botching them up. Oh, okay. Let's just you know what? You hate all the dinosaurs now. Yeah, it's specifically clear to me that you hate all woman protagonists now.
It's like astonishing. Oh, it's been called God of War for so many years and we've established and we still haven't finished the story. But all of a sudden, the God of War wasn't meant as the title supreme just for Kratos. Just like, you know, we've, by the way, established since God of War 2 or whatever. It can be anyone, God of War. But not of war, just God of something, because God of War, it's been established in the story that is great middle-aged man middle-aged man. Yeah, and then you you attach a post of someone's opinion related in a general matter that has nothing to do with the topic at hand, and it's a whole discussion in itself by its own. So yeah, interesting. Point here is pizza. Kratos was, that's what he's trying to like say, the face of the franchise for years and years and years. Hence why we expected blue to be blue, not out of the bloom be like, here's your God of War title, but it's not your God of War like Kratos, face of the friend. Like, it should have been a bit more context, and this is what people like hope they will find in the game or whatnot.
I was a little shocked, surprised,
just like everyone
I think,
else, surprised.
that we were going to do something
shocked and surprised that blue is not blue but is red.
different.
That we're going to do something
when I was
different.
coming back and talking to folks, I had just assumed it would be
Another
Kratos game, and that's who I would be telling stories about.
And that's who I would be telling stories about for the rest of my life, right? Like, so she was herself in one way or another agreed to the fact that that's what God of War would be, at least for her, for a lifetime, and for us, around Kratos, right? Beating around the bush or whatnot. Obviously, it's not something, as she says, that she's been bothered by,
and
but
I was okay
that's
with that.
exactly okay with that. That's exactly what this post is fucking saying. I don't understand why it's been related to how a woman should be or whatnot, and like either a mother or a prostitute, as this is what they do best. But yeah, that's that. Moving forward.
But I think finding out.
Is there anything else from you over here? No. Moving forward, yes. So besides the main point that I wanted to talk about, this one was obviously God of War Laufey, which took kind of like most of the controversy from the PlayStation State of Play, which just happened like 2 days ago. And yeah, looking for the like other hits, of course, from the hit department that they showcased, at least what got my interest the most, which, and other people as well, I bet, like Wolverine, Tomb Raider, Control Resonant, Ill, Onimusha, Way of the Sword, Phantom Blade Zero, that's at least for me like the most, even more than GTA 6, Rayman, Silent Hill, Townfall, and so on. But those would be like the ones, you know, topics about it. I think it's like just like we've got like the look incredible. It does follow the events that met after like God of War in like 2018. It introduces us for the moment. It does introduces us for the moment as at those couple of characters such as like Frank the Cube and the Rude Ribbon, which again people have like difficulty accepting. I've just said like because too cartoonish and whatnot, but you know, at the end of the day, as I've said, it's a matter of like preference. Yeah, it keeps up with our beloved combat style, full of swift, aggressive moves, and piled up with like, from what I've seen and stated in the trailers, such as I think it's like just this one that we've seen, like the double jump is like brought back, and like magic moves, for which I think made like almost everybody think exactly on that picture where they've seen like her magic trick, like they instantly thought about the ancient one pulling Banner's soul out in the Avengers. And like what else, like it keeps glazing every cutscene, and most all of it like keeps you wondering like what's this is all about, and like what's gonna happen, or at least me, because everybody is like, okay, well, since we're gonna be served this, like it might as well make sense, because I'm pretty sure like there's still a lot of like anger kept behind due to the respect of the name, and like due to the curiosity of like, okay, what's gonna happen with the story, why did they chose to do this.
You know, like, are we gonna get
No.
our pizza?
Maybe that's what the next step needs to be in order for the bigger picture to finally fit the frame. Next entry.
The
simply
proper legit
that
order
we've
for
just
pizza.
seen this world, you know, like what has to offer, and for now it seems that it will offer. Like, so if my understanding is right, I believe there is plenty of reason to be excited about, but just don't try to like kill me for it, you know. It's just that, I guess. I guess we're gonna continue with something else new next time.
Outro.